Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me. In this video, we're going to be doing legs up the wall pose with a real wall. So often when I'm teaching this in class, we're just doing it on the mat, and we go usually into it from supported bridge pose, and we sort of pretend that there's a wall there. It's great, but it's even better when you have an actual wall. And this is a pose I do pretty much every single afternoon. It's refreshing and relaxing all at once. You don't need to have a bolster, but it's lovely when you can use one. Okay, so I have one with me today, and we're just gonna head on back. So there's no one right way of getting into this position, but this is a typical way, okay? And that's just kind of getting as close as you can to the side of the wall, and then I'm gonna swing my legs up. Now I know that my hamstrings can handle this because I have a lot of flexibility in my legs. If you feel like your hamstrings are too tight, as you're entering into this, you can always have yourself a little bit away from the wall. For me, I'm going to scooch in as close as I can, okay, and then with support, come on up, okay, and I'll still maybe hold on to my mat and try to get, okay, my legs up the wall. So this would be Viparita Karani, or legs up the wall pose without any props. So trying to still keep my legs parallel. Some wonderful stuff you could do. It's kind of hard to do it yourself. It's lovely when somebody else does it for you. And that's put a couple of sandbags to kind of weigh down the feet and help. It actually helps keep all the joints feeling supported and spacious. Okay, so we have this, but we also want to make sure that the heart feels open. So I really encourage you to have the underside of your arms face up, and draw your shoulder blades a little bit closer to each other. So this is so great. Okay, and before I show it with the bolster, you could have your legs just straight up. You could bring your feet together, knees out to the sides. If you have space, a lot of time I'll do it on with my legs at this wall, taking the legs completely out to the sides, putting even support underneath the thighs. The wall is our friend. I love the wall for the restorative positions, for inversions. Okay, and also, you could do, right, it's just endless. You could come into twists, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and release this and just show a way, okay, to get into this with a bolster. So you could have it already set up, or you could slide it underneath you, okay? Usually, I do it this way. So I enter it just the way I did a moment ago, okay, getting into this, whoops. And then using, okay, the mat itself here. I'm just kind of using it to scooch as close as I can. Now what I'm going to do is push my feet into the wall, lifting, okay, my seat so I can get the bolster exactly where I need it. So what I need is my glutes to not be completely on the bolster. So I need this support of allowing the thigh bones to still ground in the hip joints. I keep hitting the wall because I usually do this on the other one, but I wanted to give you a sense of this perspective. Okay, so I love, love, love this, and this is similar to going from supported bridge, right, to legs up the wall. There's no one right way, well, the right way is that all your joints feel as spacious and open as possible, and that you get a really immediate sense of calm, okay? And if you don't, you need to keep tweaking this, okay? Because that is really what every restorative pose is supposed to give us, is the sense of surrender. It's a safe, welcome surrender, okay? And still all those same things. Okay, a lot of the time before I come into any sort of twist on this, I'll press my feet into the wall, lift my seat, just all the same adjustment I would make in any twist. And so if I'm going to take my legs that way, I'm going to move my seat the other way so I can keep my spine in alignment. I spend 5 to 10 minutes in each variation. Okay, so this is my late afternoon, when I tend to get tired, this is the practice that I'll begin with. Legs up the wall, darkened room, eyes closed, okay, and just really receiving, okay? So this is the setup, and then it's up to you. How long can you stay in it? Do you have time to stay in it? Will your family let you stay in it? Maybe make a whole wall, okay, of family members, right? And everyone do this together, and everyone will be calmer, okay? So carefully exiting, okay, carefully returning to a seated position. You can always do that. I love to end, okay, with kind of a seated meditation, just that quiet, okay, and just observing the effects of the restorative pose or poses. So I feel like I've returned to the best version of myself, and I'm ready to go on with the rest of my evening. Okay, and I've restored some of my energy. So I hope that you try this and that you find it really helpful. I would love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.